Hello, YouTube. How you doing? I hope you're doing very well. I know you are. You are blessed and highly favored. I truly believe that you are. You too. Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing out there in the world? YouTube. Talk to me. I am Queen Lillie. Welcome to my live. We are talking about no other than Donald Trump and his entire cabinet. Um, Right now, it's hard to believe if it's actually Donald Trump. Is it not Donald Trump that they are presenting to us? He spoke today at 2 p.m. and I will have something to show you about that. I was hoping for the lesser. I was hoping it was a body double because this weekend they put out photos that did not look like Donald Trump at all. So we got to just keep hoping and praying. We may just get our wish because he's old, he's stale, he spoke poorly of President Joe Biden, but look who's ill, can barely make it around, who looks a mess, who's the blubber boy, who has cankles, his entire body swollen on top of all of that fat. Donald J. Trump. Hello, Queen Victorious One. Hello, King LaSwan. Hello, King Allen. How you doing? How you doing, y'all? Get in here, get in here, get in here. We got so much to cover, y'all. So much to cover. Come on in. Come on in right now, right now, right now. Let me hear you talk to me, baby. Come on in. Hit that like button as you all are coming in. What do y'all think about this supposed to be Donald Trump? Because Donnie used to have no line across there. Whoever this person is, the body double has a real deep wrinkle. But they said he may have had small, minor strokes. That is nothing but the ancestors, the black ancestors attacking him at night. Because all this evil he has in him for the black people, vast majority came from Africa. The ancestors are attacking Donald Trump. So everything you see happening to him because he put out such evil against black people. And most originated from Africa. We all come from Africans, all of us. And even the brown people has African in them. The ancestry DNA will show it. So Donald Trump attacking the black and brown people. That is why he's going through what he's going through. He sat around with his fat self and fat cankles and criticized President Joe Biden. So what has happened to Donald Trump? He's more sick than President Joe Biden because we just saw President Joe Biden leaving a church. He's thin and handsome. He doesn't have cankles. He doesn't have that line across his nose between his eyes like Donald Trump. He doesn't have the turkey neck like Donald Trump. I'm 51, be 52 in just a couple months. In about 2 months. I don't have that. Donald Trump has that, all that under that neck. That's that demon spirit all in his neck. His chakra, all of it is just nothing but demon spirit. MAGA is all demon spirit. Yes. Who we talking about today? Donald J. Trump. Hit that like button as you guys are coming in. Also, the likes are free. It costs you nothing to hit that like button. Hit the like button. Show me some love. Stop playing in my beautiful face. Coming in here trying to destiny swap so you don't have to worry about Botox and fillers. So you come over here and destiny swap. That's what y'all been doing to black people a long time. Hit that like button. Stop playing in my face. Happy birthday, King Allen. Allen, I love you, baby. You know I do. Hit that like button. I know I supposed to went live at 6:30, but I was finishing up my hair. I washed my hair this morning and I trimmed it and tried to cut my layers. I didn't cut my layers right. Anyway, I'm late because of that. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Hello, Queen Victorious One. I love you. We're talking about Donald Trump. We're going to have so many different subjects to talk about. We're going to focus on Donald Trump. We may even tap into some Epstein because we're never going to take our foot off Donald Trump's neck about Epstein. I don't care how sick he is because MAGA didn't care about President Joe Biden being sick. So why should I care that this man is sick? He don't care about my black people. He don't care about my brown people. So why should I care that Donald Trump is sick? He hates my people. Donald Trump hates black people. So I will not take my foot off across his neck. Take him to the casket, Lord. Take him down in that grave where he put his first wife, and he don't get a tombstone neither. How about that? Just fix the evil. But Donald Trump can't be fixed. He a reprobated mind, baby. You can't fix a reprobated mind. He ain't even gonna make it to the pearly gates talking about he want to go to heaven. Donald Trump would not see heaven. Heaven don't know him. God doesn't know Donald Trump. He doesn't. Satan knows Donald Trump very well. Have y'all seen my new magazine cover? Do y'all like my new magazine cover? Tell me what you think of my new magazine cover in the chat. Tell me what you think. Tell me something good, y'all. Come on. Tell Hello, Gal, King Ghost. I don't know if you're a king or queen. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Amen to PF. Amen to that. Amen. All right, all right, all right. I agree with you on that. The beautiful girl on the cover, her name is Queen Raquel. She's an R&B singer. Girl. She's black with blue eyes and gorgeous hair. Yes, she's a black woman. Come on, give me more likes, y'all. Thank you, Queen Victorious One. Thank all of y'all for coming to my live. All of you in my chat are all beautiful kings and queens. Even the ones that's in the bushes, come on here to destiny swap with me. Stop trying to destiny swap with me. I had to get a lot of praying over me to be covered. I have to pray before I come on this live and pray that my live is good, because a lot of people come on my live to try to destiny swap with me. Stop that. God gave you your life. He gave you, you may not be as beautiful on the outside, but he gave you beauty and insight. Utilize that. Okay. One moment, beautiful people. Again, I know I'm late. I was washing my hair, and it took me time to finish my hair. Is that okay with y'all? It took me a little time to finish my hair. I was trying to play her music for y'all because I can play that on here. But for some reason, Satan wanted to get in the way of us having a good old time today, y'all. Is we gonna allow the devil to take over? Huh? Talk to me, baby. Are we gonna allow Satan to come in here and take over our life? I hate to think it ain't happening. Hit that like button. I got 56 of y'all in here and only 13 likes. Come on, y'all. Do me right. I'll come here. I give you what you want. I give you what you need. Satisfaction guarantee comes from me to you. So come on, stop playing in my face. Come on, hit that like button, everybody. I wonder why it's not allowing me to play her music. I wanted to play the lovely, beautiful lady on the cover of my magazine, Queen Magazine. She has a song, We Made It, and I wanted to play it for y'all, but on my iPad, it's not showing her music. But on my phone, it is on my phone. I don't feel like pulling out my laptop. I was going to play it for y'all, but what I may have to do, hold on, I know what I'm going to do. Hold on, my beautiful kings and queens. Matthew, send me some money and I stand up and do a spin. Let you see this beautiful black body, one you can't resist. Send me some money through Super Chat, Super Sticker. I stand up for you and do a spin for you, because you know, you white men, y'all like for y'all go way back from slavery. Y'all always want to be entertained by black people. Pay me. Like Beyonce said, F you pay me. All right, all right, all right. Hold on, beautiful kings and queens, just a moment, please. I'm trying to find her music, but all right. We're just going to move along. We're going to move along. Okay. It's the two of us. I'm going to go to my page and I for y'all because I can play her song on here. Hopefully it won't be a problem. If so, I just edit it out. Y'all know how I go with YouTube. Oh. Hold on. She's on the cover of my magazine, Queen Magazine. She's a beautiful black woman with blue eyes. This is my magazine, Queen Magazine. If you like to support my magazine, you can go to my community page. The link is there. I'm going to add it to this description to this live. It is Queen Magazine. It is representing Black and brown people. So check it out. I have Queen Jada Raquel. She's an R&B artist on the cover. That was her music that y'all just heard. So support, support, support. Black magazines are the hardest to make it. So I do need y'all support. And I love you guys. We're going to get on over to old Trumpet Boy. Come, they told me, pa-rum-pa-bum-bum. Donald Trump. He's not a newborn king to see. No, he's not. Pa-rum-pa-bum-bum. All right, all right, all right. Hold on. Just a moment. Welcome to my live. I'm Queen Lillie. If you like to support my channel, you can send me super chats and super stickers. All you have to do is hit that thing to send me money. And you can send me, we give you different choices if you want to send me money. In my description is my Venmo and my PayPal link. So if you want to support me through Venmo or PayPal, you can do it that way as well. Thank you all. Thank you, beautiful kings and queens. Okay, y'all ready for this today? Oh, Dunny boy and all this drama they got going from throwing stuff out the window. And the judges keep their foot across Donald Trump's neck. Yes, the judges keep their foot across Donald Trump's neck. They keep their feet, not their foots. But I was making a joke with it, but a lot of people ain't going to comprehend that. They don't get that African-American talk. No, they don't get it. They don't understand it. Later on down the line, they steal it from us like woke. Woke is not a bad thing, but the white man took it and flipped it to be something bad. And up around and find out was started by black people. What do? Y'all steal it and use it improperly. But all right, all right, all right. We're going to let you do it since that's what you want to do. You've been stealing a long time. Country music, rock, everything, blues. All right, all right, all right. Thieves in the temple.
Well, let's talk about it, baby. Now, he is currently still speaking up there on my TV, but I've got a few things to say about the things that Daddy had to say today. He was asked a question about the shooting, dear, the school shooting in the US of A the other day. He was asked, point blank, would he consider deploying our National Guard to help protect our schools, considering the fact that he is so keen on deploying the National Guard for crime reasons, dear, to any city that's in the blue? I guess he doesn't want to protect you in a red city, but we'll get to that in another video. That's silly.
Subscribe to Christina Talks TV.
He was asked today if he would be open to the idea of putting some National Guards at our public schools to keep them safe and protect them.
Thank you for that like.
Too much money. I want to remind you, honey, that it's costing you $1 million a day in taxpayer money so he can put on a little fucking show in Washington, D.C. and anywhere else that's blue that he thinks he should deploy the National Guard to. But apparently, too much money to protect a school.
That came out of Donnie's mouth.
What his ideas are on protecting our children and keeping them safe in schools. maybe. If not the National Guard or military or gun reform either, dear. And he went on a little rant about construction. He said he's the greatest construction man there ever was. And they have
he's
these
never
doors,
done construction in his life.
Automatically. He said maybe we need to do some construction. That would cost a whole lot of money too. And then he talked himself right out of the locked doors, dear. He said, well, I guess we can't do the locked doors because if the shooter gets inside, then the police can't get in because the doors are locked and people are going to have to fumble for fucking keys. That's what he said, Orange Daddy. So no construction, no military, no gun reform to protect our kids. He said he's got ideas. The same ideas he had last time he was in the White House. And he says everybody thinks it's a good idea. A whole lot of people think it's a good idea, but we should just bring more guns into the school and give them to our teachers. I'm sure that'll be okay. I'm sure we're not going to hear a future story someday how somebody got a hold of the teacher's gun, hun, and shit went wrong expeditiously. I'm sure that never fucking occurred to Daddy. Never, never, never did. And I also want to touch on the fact that they're bragging about giving private schools, private religious schools, millions upon millions of dollars to secure
them. But they have taken from public
safe.
schools.
Private schools with federal money to make them safe, honey. But your non-religious public schools.
He has told you your children do not matter.
Question for you of what the orange dude wanted to say today about keeping your children safe. The things that he's too afraid to say, even though they say they voted for him because he says exactly what he thinks when he speaks, dear. No, what he meant to say, dear, is I don't give a fuck about the safety of your children.
That's what Donnie Boy said.
That's what he meant to say. Okay, we'll be back later with some more tea, dear. There's so many things that he is saying up there that we're going to poke holes in expeditiously because his favorite pastime is lying to me and you. That's
I love
the only
her.
thing he knows how to do. Well.
Christina Talks. She is on Instagram. Be sure to go to Instagram and follow her on Instagram. This woman is amazing. I love her. Her skin is gorgeous. She's gorgeous like me. Go to Christina Talks T on Instagram and give her a follow, okay? Okay, let's piggyback off what she was talking about. Donald Trump spends $1 million a day. The military, the DEA, the FBI walking the streets where Black people live, attacking them, harassing them, arresting them for nonsense. But you can't spend money into our schools here in the USA to protect the children, and the children are our future. But Barron is protected by the American taxpayers' money. Every day he is protected and we pay for it. But we can't pay to have safety for our children in school. That's what Donald Trump said to your face at 2 p.m. today, September the 2nd, 2025. Remember that. Just look at this gross face. This is the face of hell. Look at him. Then go back and think about President Barack Obama's face. Look at President Joe Biden's face. And look at Donald Trump's monstrous hell face. This is who you voted into the Oval Office, and he's sickly. And they sticking him daily to keep him moving and shaking all that fat around, walking around looking like the Michelin blimp. This man is dangerous. He cares nothing about the American school children. The children are our future. It doesn't matter what race, they matter. He's telling you if your children are not in the private schools, well, they're going to be taken away from the public schools and given to the private schools. Your children do not matter to Donald Trump. And he worried about getting into heaven, but he continued to spew out BS daily. His soul is rotten, and all of that decay is coming through his pores. Look at his face. Look at him. He's a monstrous man. He is the Antichrist walking around here on earth. And that's who MAGA worship. MAGA, the terroristic group.
Do not allow them to have their way, then we are in the wrong.
A black woman goes to a class.
Another Rosa Parks situation.
A white woman sees that seat, says she wants to sit in that seat, and she expects the black woman to move. The black woman says, "No, I'm not moving." Why don't you tell her to move?
This just happened.
Right next to me. She don't want that woman to move. She
a Rosa Parks moment.
She wants her to move. She says no. They call every black person they can find. Still doesn't work. Then they call the cops. They called the cops on an old black woman because she did not want to give up her seat to a white woman. But the crazy thing that's blowing me is that people in the comment section talking about, so she could have just moved. She could have just not. Could have just moved. You must be smoking sheetrock. You must be smoking angel dust if you think that she could have just moved. They said it's not that serious. It's not about race. So let's just take out the race, right? Woman sitting in seat. Another woman says, hey, I want that seat. You need to move. It still sounds crazy. Now, but put this into perspective. My own mother, was born at the end of segregation, right? Towards the end of segregation. When do you think she was born? Because she's older than my mother. Hell no, she couldn't move. You must be out of your mind if you think she needed to move. And then get the cops called on her because she didn't want to give up her seat to a white woman. First, they tried the fake kindness. Then they did the passive aggressive. Then they called the black person. Then they got aggressive. And then they called the cops and kicked her out. You will never fool me about the hatred towards black women in this country. They do not
Black people, stay woke. Under Donald Trump, white people think they can bully us. You would not be able to bully me. Because you put your hands on me, I'm going to whoop you for my ancestors. And they're pissed right now. That's why they after Donald Trump at night. They're at the bottom of his bed torturing him. And that's why he look like pure HELL.
We tell people the day the Latino, African American, Asian, and other communities realize that they share the same oppressor is the day we start winning. Because we are the majority in this country now. We have the ability to take over this country and to do what is needed for everyone and to make things fair.
Everyone, to make it fair. Not just for black, not just for white, not just for brown.
And I talk about
everybody.
Like for Asian Americans and for African Americans.
But we're not living that under Trump.
One of the worst relationships between any community.
Well, I bet you a lot of Asian Americans too don't, in my experience, don't even realize that if it wasn't for the civil rights movement, if it wasn't for that,
yes,
there would not be 22 million Asian Americans in this
country. Thank you. So, and what I have been trying to teach the Asian community is like, friends, do you understand that your success, your prosperity, your civil rights that you enjoy right now was paid for with black blood? Yes. Right? And the fact that you don't recognize that shows you how much you take this for granted and how much you don't care about the future. Because
yes,
if you understood this, you would be grateful for their sacrifice and understand what they have gone through for you to have rights. And the second thing along that is I remind you that liberty and rights don't exist in perpetuity. They exist as long as we say they exist. And if you want it to continue in the future, it's not going to be black people again. They're not going to go to fight this battle for you again this time.
No, we are not. We love you, but no.
I always tell people the day the Latino, African American, Asian, and other communities realize that they share the same oppressor is the day we start winning. Because
Donald Trump is the black and brown people's oppressor. Donald Trump is the people of color oppressor. JD Vance is an oppressor. Pam Bondi, Cash Patel, and he don't even realize he's a brown person, is our oppressors. So I'm going to show you something. I love Julia Roberts. This is a moment of Julia Roberts and Martin Luther King. Do any of y'all know this story about Julia Roberts and Martin Luther King. I'm going to show it to you, then I'm going to read it to you. When Julia Roberts was born in 1967, her parents couldn't afford the hospital bill. So Martin Luther King Jr. and Coretta Scott stepped in to pay it. The families was close, as Roberts' parents ran an acting school in Georgia that welcomed the King children at a time when other schools refused. Julia Roberts' family could not afford their hospital bill. Who paid it? White people, y'all didn't come to Julia Roberts' family rescue. You didn't. And that's your own. A black person came to Julia Roberts' family rescue. Yes, the actress, Julia Roberts. Martin Luther King and his wife saved her parents. White people, why were y'all not there? Because you're selfish. If you don't have a lot of money, you're selfish. Black people don't care who you are. We don't care what color you are. We will help you. But you're not the same. I would say only 30% of white people will reach out and want to help. The rest, they're MAGA. So this is what it says. When Julia Roberts was born in 1967, her parents couldn't afford the hospital bill. So Martin Luther King Jr. and Coretta Scott stepped in to pay it. The families were close. As Roberts' parents ran an acting school in Georgia, I live here in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, that welcomed the King children at a time when other schools refused. I am an actress as well. Julia Roberts and her family has done major things also in the Black community, and I appreciate them for that. But what happened, Martin Luther King sold a mustard seed into her family, and she repaid Black people for that. See, a vast majority of MAGA knows nothing about sowing a mustard seed because they brought a Bible from Donald Trump and he had himself up in there. Blasphemy to our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. This is a moment of a lesson. F around and find out. You can try to imitate us. You can try to steal like you always have been doing. But the mighty is mighty.
I know everybody done seen old dude getting manhandled on that plane.
Because she's a black offender, he thinks he doesn't have to listen.
Swinging his arms and calling them out their name, but little did he know that help was on the way.
Help is on the way, Lord. She's a black airline attendant. He thinks he doesn't have to listen to her. But the black man steps in and put him in his place. And that's what needed to happen to Donald Trump.
He slid out the way like, white
oh, he's scared now, look.
Let me make room. He said, no, look,
more black men need to step up for black women.
Pit first. His light dimmed. His soul left his body. I bet his feet was just a dangling. And then he set him down like a toddler in a booster.
That's what needs to happen to Donald J. Trump.
Is that you? Kill him. Another satisfying race.
That's the true meaning of F around and find out. Stop stealing our vernacular, things that we say, if you're not going to use it properly. So, Representative Khan and Representative Massey will hold a press conference with 10 of Epstein victims. Yes, we're going to talk about some Epstein. So it states, I'm going to show you, then I'm going to read to you. These are the two representatives that's holding the press conference with 10 of Epstein victims. Donnie, come out wherever you are. We don't care if they redact you. We know you're all over the Epstein files, Donnie. I don't care that you are sick. You didn't care about President Joe Biden being sick. So why should I care about you? And this is what they're talking about, beautiful kings and queens. They're stating Representatives Ro Khan, Democratic representative in California, and Thomas Massey, representative of Kentucky. He's a Republican, representative of Kentucky. will hold a press conference on September the 3rd. Remember this, watch out for it. With 10 survivors of Jeffrey Epstein, urging the House to vote on releasing Department of Justice files that Speaker Mike Johnson has avoided bringing forward. The victims, many of whom have never spoken public before, oh, I can't wait to hear what they got to say, are expected to demand transparency about Epstein's network and alleged accomplices. Dunny. Oh, Dunny boy, the one that's playing sick. Little boy blue, come blow your horn to the sheep and the cattle and the Dunny. I think you're faking all of the sickness, honey. I don't even know if it's you. Because I just wish you was in the casket by now. One moment, please. So let's listen to the protesters. A massive protest has erupted outside the White House with demonstrators chanting, "Trump must go." He got to go. Trump must go. I understand them. I feel these people pain. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care that he's claiming sick. I think it's a stunt. Donald Trump is a stunt queen. Might as well be a drag queen. He wears orange makeup. He wears weave pieces in his hair. He wears 2-inch heels inside his shoes. And that ain't going to help your ankles, honey. Your ankles are swelling more with all that, Donnie. It ain't going to help you, girl. More of Trump must go. Trump must go. Trump must go. Hit that like button, everybody. Trump don't like me. He don't like my race. He don't like black people. He don't like brown people. I don't like him. You hate my people, Donald Trump. And I hate you. I stand on that. With all of my beauty and my nice, beautiful curves that God blessed me with. I'm a black woman. So, okay, so if slavery, because this nincompoop that's a MAGA in this video I'm about to show you guys, okay, if slavery wasn't bad, okay, if slavery wasn't that bad, let's have black people do what you did to our ancestors, and some of you still do the same heinous things. Example, the black truck drivers hung in trees. It's happening every day in America. That's not what black people do. We don't hang ourselves. No, baby. That's lynching that white people do to black people. I'm black and I can speak on it. So this dude is gonna say slavery wasn't that bad because Donald Trump said it. Okay, then let us do all the awful things y'all did to our people to you. Let us take a whip and whip the SHIT out of your red, white, pale back. Let us do it to you. Come on, it's gonna feel good. But I thought about the white man is such a freak, he would get off on it. Let's take a listen.
Slavery wasn't that bad. Trump is absolutely right. He didn't say slavery wasn't bad. He said it wasn't that bad. They ate people. They ate people thinking that they were gained superpowers. They fed children to alligators for sport.
Nat Turner, they ate him.
Other men's wives for punishment. They raped men.
But y'all said we're nasty, but you eat us.
And sodomized.
Yeah, y'all sodomized black men. People. Nasty. To this day, the MAGA Republicans go and grind the app looking for some black eggplants. Nasty.
They operated on people without anesthesia just to see their reaction and built the entire medical practice off the bodies of black people. Your life couldn't even end in peace because they stole black deceased bodies. And so many people who didn't care that it didn't even matter. Children attended lynchings and they cut off body parts for souvenirs afterwards.
Fed our babies to alligators. That's how they came with alligator Alcatraz.
Bodies. Used the bodies as decorations. And after all that torture, they took the time to say, hey, you know what? Let's create a system that they can never systematically get out of. Now,
but we are.
As a paper towel American, I don't expect you to know Black history. But you got to be smoking sheetrock if you could say it's not that bad.
Slavery wasn't that bad. Trump is absolutely
okay.
right.
Slavery wasn't that bad, MAGA. How about you tell me why I can meet up with you? Take several belts of mine. I'm gonna find the thickest ones and wrap some barbed wire switches around it and treat you like you a slave. How about that, MAGA? MAGA is the most horrible and the most dangerous terrorist group in the world. I stand on that, in my opinion. You're nothing but the KKK, J6ers, and Proud Boys. A group of sick individuals look like Oompa Loompas. So this is proof. MAGA is a terroristic group. What to show you is proof that MAGA is a terroristic cult. Look at this. Let me stop the music. Look at this. And I'm going to read it to you. MAGA is a terroristic cult. They're a dangerous group of people. Yes, they vote for Donald Trump. They shouldn't even have voters' rights after what they did January 6th. Insurrectionist who was pardoned by Donald Trump has been sentenced to life for plotting to assassinate an FBI agent. Yeah. Edward Kelly, a January 6th rioter who was pardoned by Donald Trump, has been sentenced to life in prison, but not for his role in the insurrection. He was pardoned for that. He was sentenced for plotting to assassinate the very police officers and FBI investigators who were involved in his initial arrest. This is beyond parody. The same guy who was given a get out of jail free card is now facing a life sentence for plotting to unalive the people who were doing their jobs. He's a terrorist. MAGA is a terroristic group. This shows that the pardon wasn't an act of mercy. It was an act of political cronyism that embodied a dangerous criminal. It also is a damning indictment of a system where loyalty to a political figure can get you a pass for a federal crime, even if it leads to a more heinous plot later on. MAGA is a terroristic group. They should be shut down. Hit the like button, please. Okay, we're about to see a prime example of that fake pow that was supposed to be done at Donnie's ear. He's old as Methuselah and his ear would not heal. Not from a pow at the ear. Who did the same stunt? Look, who did the same stunt? Hitler. Donald Trump wants to be Hitler so bad. He even studied the book about Hitler. His first wife said so. Donald Trump did nothing. Him and the MAGA Republicans put a stunt on the American people. We knew it was fake. Donnie is old and still. Look how horrible he is now. You think his ear healed after getting pow? No. My brother was pow 11 times. It don't heal like that. He was young, I think in his 20s back then, because I was very young, a teen. No, I was 12. But anyway, if a young person can't heal that's healthy, plays sports, you best believe old rotten Donald Trump, that ear did not heal, honey. It's all a lie, in my opinion. And y'all know better. Look at this photo. Donald Trump wants to be Hitler. He copied Hitler. Donald Trump is a fraud who commits fraud. He has 34 felonies. So look at this, more stunts from the White House, y'all. Spotted at the White House, reports claim that Donald Trump soiled his bed on Labor Day morning, with staff instructed to discreetly dispose of the linens rather than bring them through the White House. Y'all, watch this video. They throwing stuff out the window. Donald Trump lied today that it was AI. I'll play that video for you so you can hear somebody discussing him lying about it was AI. That is not AI, Donnie. That actually happened at the White House. But MAGA so dumb. Donald Trump even says that when he was a kid, he believed everything he saw and that it was AI when he was a kid, that all the things he saw when he was a kid. He said at 2 p.m. today. It was AI. Donnie, they didn't have AI back then. Stop it, Donnie. You're delusional. And you soiled your pants standing there with your diaper on, telling those lies, Donnie. Wait a minute. She gonna talk about Donnie talking about AI when he was a kid. Donnie is older than me. I'll be 52 in just about 2 months from now. Donnie is 79. I think he's older than what he is, but he, I hate to say it, y'all age terribly. So he looks older than what he is. Listen to this, Queen.
Well. He's alive, baby.
Hit the like button, please.
He is on my TV trying his best, honey, to speak. And we're going to go through some of the things that he had to say, but I had to mute it expeditiously to pour you this bit of tea because, baby,
hit the like button.
About the windows. Like I said, there's all kind of things we got to talk about that he said today. But this right here, dear.
Thank you.
This right here, the window conversation, honey. The window conversation
Donnie
led
is crazy.
into an AI conversation. I must tell you right now, honey, just in case you're not going to see this or you're not watching it, dear. He was asked about
I hate his voice, so I didn't watch it.
Being thrown out of the windows of the White House. Now, there's a story circulating over the weekend, friend, that trash bags were being hurled out of the windows of the White House, baby. Now, I didn't touch on that bit of tea because it seemed like some bullshit to me.
King Towering
But
Blue.
either way, he was asked about the trash bags being thrown out of the windows of the White House. And he went on a rant to say all kind of strange things about the windows of the White House. He said they don't open for security reasons and that they weigh 600 pounds, honey. Because they're bulletproof and all of that, which I'm sure is true, but either way, he went on to say that it was AI that was at play with the trash bags being flown from the White House windows. And he went on to say that, AI is a great thing, but it's also troublesome, honey. Yes, because there's all kind of fake things out there because of AI and it can cause problems. And then this is what got me, baby. This is what got me.
Pay attention. Listen carefully.
Because it's sundowning and the sun is up, honey. He said that AI tricked him too. He said that back when he was a child, when he was a little guy, that he had seen something, AI, and his whole life up until today, he thought it was true, and then he found out it was AI. He just stood up there on live TV
live
at the age of 79, maybe, and claimed that AI has been tricking him since he was a small child. He's 79 years old, and he just said that he was fooled the entirety of his life by an AI video he seen when he was a child, baby. That's it. That's it. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say, baby. Is that AI has been tricking Daddy for 79 years. Well. He's alive, baby.
Donnie, that artificial intelligence was not around when you was a kid, and you much older than me. And I will be 52 in 2 months. Donald Trump. Help him, Jesus. AI was not around when you was around, boo. You're old and stale. You're rotting from within, and it's coming out all over your skin. You're living in a make-believe land. We're not in a reality show, but although you have turned America into a reality show, a freak show. Donnie, hey, I was not around, boo. Stop. Stop capping, Donnie. How about that? Now run and steal that, white people. So, this right here, we know Donnie is supposedly not unalive, but I still think he has a body double that was walking around this weekend. Even the pictures and the videos were old. Past pictures and videos they have been showing. But we're going to listen to this beautiful queen right here.
To suggest that there might be something else going on with Trump in addition to his failing health. There's no question that he is fading fast. That 3-hour thing last week was just ballistically weird. Never put those two words together before, so. He has taken a few big hits recently. Court ruling on Friday about the tariffs, which was not in his favor, claiming that Japan was giving him $550.
Lie.
$550 billion to lower the tariff rate. Japan came out and said, no, not true. And then Japan canceled their meeting this week. You don't fuck with the Japanese.
He lies so much. They sick of him. I'm sick of him.
Honor. Trump doesn't get that, nor does he get that when it came to dealing with China and would make these false claims. And then China would come out with their spokesperson and say, no, that we didn't agree to anything. India, dude, has not been taking Trump's phone calls.
Well, I got more info on that.
4 times, and that guy's not picking up the phone because Trump has insulted him on so many levels. He said, stop saying that you solved this war situation with Pakistan. You had nothing to do with it.
7 wars. Lies.
Just never let up on that. So India's done with him. And then the 50% tariffs on India, not on Russia, like he said he would do. Tariff ruling, not being invited to Shanghai summit, Japan canceling, India not taking his calls. He has been hit. That's 4. That's 4 things. 4 things. Who does it this way? So he might be licking his wounds, which is... So he hasn't talked to the press in 7 or 8 days, but of course he hasn't. They're going to ask about all these things. He doesn't want to talk about those things.
He's embarrassed. He's old and crusty, embarrassed.
Across the board. And he knows it. He knows it. And then he walked away with nothing from that Alaska summit, other than maybe some plans moving forward with Trump Tower in Moscow. Personally, I don't think he's going to be around long enough to see his ballroom come to completion. I'm here to suggest that there might be something else going on with Trump in addition to his failing health. There's no question that he is fading fast. That 3-hour thing last week was just ballistically weird. Never put those two words together before, so... He has taken a few big hits recently. Court ruling on Friday about the tariffs, which was not in his favor, claiming that Japan was giving him $550.
Lie your pants on fire, Donnie. We're tired of you lying. We're tired of MAGA and their lies. We're tired of the compulsive liars. There's no longer the Republican Party. It's the MAGA Republican Compulsive Liar Party. And look at this fine man. He may be older than Donald Trump, but he looking good. He's slim, fit. He even go running. And he has cancer. While Donnie has cankles. He's leaving church, somewhere Donnie doesn't go, but Donnie sells Bibles. Oh, my Lord. Oh, God. Now, MAGA, does Donald Trump body look good like that? No. Donnie is bigger than the White House. Soil in his bed and they throwing out the stuff out the window. Woo! MAGA, talk to me, baby, in my chat about your master, Donald Trump. Why he's so fat? Tell me. Tell me right now, Why Donald Trump so fat? Can you tell me, MAGA? I'm speaking your language right now, MAGA, because that's not how I talk, honey. MAGA, tell me why your master so fat and he got a turkey neck. I'm 51, soon to be 52, and I ain't had no surgeries. I ain't got no turkey neck. MAGA, why is Melania Trump wrinkled up? She's only 2 years older than me, and I have no wrinkles, and I never had Botox, and she gets it all done to her face. MAGA, talk to me, MAGA. So, karma and the black ancestries are tearing Trump up. The nerve to talk about President Joe Biden, because look at here, y'all call President Joe Biden Sleepy Joe. Then what's the excuse for this? Tell me, MAGA. What's the excuse for this? Everywhere Donnie goes, every meeting, he sleeps. The fat boy just falls asleep. The girdle is taking the air out of him. His girdle is squeezing the breath out of him. He can't help but to fall asleep. MAGA. MAGA. Why yo, sir? MAGA. MAGA, do you hear me? Why has they forsaken you? You call President Joe Biden Sleepy Joe, but look who sleep everywhere he go. MAGA. Stop talking about black people. Don't talk about brown people. And do not put on your lips the words of President Joe Biden nor President Barack Obama on your rusty lips ever again. Them paper thin lips. See, these are mine. No fillers. Stop talking about President Joe Biden, and don't you ever talk about President Barack Obama, because you're dumb, you're nowhere near educated as him and his family. His family is only for President Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, and the two other younger queens. All four of them is out more intelligent than anybody in MAGA, even in Congress. So let's take a listen to what the streets got to say about old Donnie boy.
And taxes.
Subscribe to Don Lemon. Fair use. Everything I show is fair use.
Like now, we don't go to DC anymore. You can't walk on the streets. They're harassing people. They're going through people's cars. I don't get it. I don't understand. What is the point?
We have the people of color, the reality for people of color, and then for people not of color. And it seems that folks who are of color are like, I'm scared.
Yes, really scared. And it's sad because I serve this country. And we should not be policing our own people. It should not happen. We are paying taxes, and our taxes are being used to terrorize us. That's not a good thing. They should not be policing us. Like now, we don't go to DC anymore. You can't walk on the streets. They're harassing people. They're going through people's cars. I don't get it. I don't understand. What is the point?
We have the people of color, the reality for people of color, and then for people not of color. And it seems that folks who are of color are like, I'm scared.
Yes, really scared. And it's sad because I serve this country.
Well, people of color, black and brown people, don't be scared. Outsmart them at their game. Go to work, go home. It's not about being scared. It's survival right now. Outsmart Donald Trump. Don't give him an ice baby anything to use against you. Make sure you make it home to your loved ones, your beautiful children. Because that devil in the Oval Office, if it's really him and if he's still alive, I hope he's not. I don't like him. He hates my black people and my brown people, and I hate him. That's something I have to take up with God and repent for. Donald Trump knows nothing about repenting. He doesn't know anything about repenting. And he's talking about going to heaven. Really, Donnie? Really? Read my beautiful big lips. Really, Donnie? You would never see heaven. So, why would Peter Thiel pour millions of dollars into making Vance the one? Listen to me, because we're about to watch a video of what's really going on in America. None of this is about Donald Trump. They used him because MAGA loves Donald Trump. So Peter Thiel and JD Vance used Donnie Boy to get to where he is. So he is next in line when Donnie is really croaked over, gone bye-bye, thrown in the ground beside his first wife. with no tombstone. Would Peter Thiel, the one that invested in JD Vance, why would Peter Thiel pour millions into making Vance the one? Brokeback Mountain to get ahead in life, maybe, allegedly. I think it was some Brokeback Mountain going on. Because JD Vance used to wear a skirt, tights, heels, a blonde wig, and makeup. Yes. He was a drag queen. Then he found somebody that's simple-minded that married him. Because there's a lot of simple-minded women that marry gay men. I see it all the time in Atlanta, Georgia, honey. So let's take a listen. Brokeback Mountain. The entire MAGA Republican Party is Brokeback Mountain. All the way to the Michelin blimp.
Everybody's waiting for the Trump show to implode. The trials, the chaos, the age, something, right? But nobody's asking what comes after. The answer is chilling. JD Vance. Because if Trump is the face of MAGA, JD Vance is the prototype built in a lab by billionaires who studied everything that Trump got wrong and decided to perfect it. So let's be real, JD Vance did not crawl out of poverty and bootstrap his way up. He was engineered, funded. Peter Thiel, the same billionaire who
hit
helped
the like
bankroll
button,
Facebook,
please. Thank
who
you.
dreams of rewriting democracy, poured millions into making Vance the one. They took a Yale law grad, a Wall Street insider, and turned him into hillbilly JD, the flannel-wearing everyman. His memoir wasn't empowerment. It was bait, a story sold to elites about poor white Appalachia. Also, they could feel superior and he could launch himself into power. But here's the difference. Trump stumbled into power. He tripped on celebrity and white grievance and accidentally became president. He never thought he'd win. We never thought he'd win. Billionaires tolerated him, but they couldn't control him. Vance, he is control. He's the dream candidate for the ultra-rich, smart enough to carry out an agenda, cynical enough to flip-flop on his beliefs, and ruthless enough to cloak cruelty in calm speeches. He once called Trump America's Hitler, and then sold his soul for power once he realized that MAGA was the ticket. And that's what makes him worse, right? Trump's reckless. We all know that.
Hit the like button.
Vance is precise. History teaches us it is never the loudest fire starter
Thank you.
who cements authoritarian rule. It's the polished successor that builds the system that lasts. With Vance at the helm, you don't just get book bans in Florida. You get national curriculum written by billionaires. You don't just get immigration walls. You get mass raids, surveillance, and whole communities forced into silence. You don't just get conservative judges. You get a judiciary hardwired to protect billionaire power and lock ordinary people out for decades. And here's the trap. People are gonna relax. They'll say, at least he's not Trump. At least he sounds normal. But normal is not safe, y'all. It's more dangerous because billionaires don't want chaos. They want order, the kind of order that benefits them and crushes everyone else. So don't be fooled. JD Vance is not a leader. He's a project, a billionaire Frankenstein. Trump was the test run, and JD is the upgrade. And history is clear. Empires don't collapse with the clown at the top. They endure when the polished, calculated heir takes over and locks the system in place. That's why when Trump falls, JD Vance doesn't just rise. He cements everything that Trump only dreamed of. Everybody's waiting for the Trump show to implode. The trials they...
What does JD Vance say? He's still from the black people, and still I rise. That's something that black people say. Maya Angelou, and still I rise. But what does JD Vance steal from black culture? And still I rise. He is waiting for Donnie to croak over, and if they gotta throw him out the window, throw mama from the train. It may be done sooner than you think, if it hasn't been done already, because I think that's our body double walking around here. All right, in my opinion. Throw mama from the train. Get him. Hey, make me smile, baby. Ooh, make me happy, baby. Make me feel real good. Throw mama from the train, baby. That queen that just spoke, that black queen, y'all need to check her out. Her name is Ashley.
For the Trump show to implode.
The Baroness. Ashley the Baroness. Check her out. I love her. Great queen. So God is speaking. Be quiet. Listen carefully. The black ancestors are attacking this demon every night. And if this is actually him, he's having many strokes because he's so evil. And at night, they are whipping him into strokes.
Is very strange. So it appears that Donald Trump's team is now posting AI altered images of Trump to make it seem like he is okay. Just to compare, take a look at this image of Donald Trump taken very recently. As well as this one, we can clearly tell something is not right. But today, his team posted this picture of him with his close friend and radio host, John Fredericks. After days of getting outdated pictures, it appears like this one might actually be current. But if you zoom in, you can tell something is not right with this picture. His eyes are barely open and his smile almost looks fake. Here are some other pictures to compare how he looks when he smiles normally. Here's where it gets very strange. So it appears that the White House is using something like Face App that uses
news from 2028.
Here's a sample of two images that the
thank you, Queen Patricia Collins.
The second one is edited. Now let's compare these two images. We know
hit the like button, please.
Is edited with that Face App, and look at the one on the right. We notice several similarities here. Crow's feet intensify, lips furl in, smile lines pull back, eyes become more closed, smile becomes more intense, forced, unnatural. It's worth noting that unlike AI that fully generates images and is obvious to tell is fake, a face editor like Face App is hard to detect. It's been 7 days since Trump was freely in front of the press. This guy mentions we'd expect a TIA or minor stroke victim to be able to walk and pose for a photo now, but perhaps still have other small tells. But we're close to the point where they can pretend like nothing happened. The press is not taking any hard questions, and it's likely by midweek we'll get some basic talking from the president, then they'll try to pretend like everything is okay. But it's very obvious the president is certainly not running the country right now. Regardless of politics, Americans deserve honesty about the health of the person occupying the Oval Office. This is very strange. So it appears that Donald Trump's team is now posting AI-altered images of Trump to make it seem like he's...
You know, the MAGA Republicans have no shame. They will do anything to save face with their simple wrong ways. From AI, from throwing SHIT from their window. They will do anything. The white man is known for that. Please don't be offended. You know it's true. Anything to save control of America. A country that was stolen. You came and stole a whole land. You think that makes you a man? Only God can. Only God can. So let's take a look at this flashback of President Joe Biden telling us the truth about Dunny Boy. One moment.
In his eyes, as they say. This is the guy who has one overarching desire: to break up NATO and to have America pull away from Europe, the Euro-Atlantic Alliance, because that's
hit the like button, beautiful kings and queens.
If it's strong. But if you have 28 nations all going their own way, he becomes significantly more powerful. And what happens when you live next door to the bear and you don't have anybody protecting you and doesn't have that shotgun out to make sure the bear doesn't get you? Then, in fact, you begin to make accommodations.
And why do you think President Trump wants to help him?
I don't think the president of the United States today has any notion of geopolitical concerns. I don't think look, this is a guy who said, and I thought at first it was kind of a joke, but it wasn't. Remember, he said seriously a couple months into his administration, this job's harder than running a real estate empire. He knows nothing about foreign policy. He knows nothing about nuclear deterrence. He knows nothing. I mean, he's demonstrated, and look what's happened. I actually privately encourage a number of generals, senior State Department people, foreign policy experts to stay in the administration. Don't leave. Look what's happened.
But is your judgment then that it's ignorance?
Trump is very ignorant.
Understand geopolitics, as opposed to he is purposely helping Russia and Putin because he is compromised in some way?
Very compromised, in my opinion.
I can't read his mind. He has done things that seem to me to be completely contrary to reality. When he stands before the whole world at a G20 meeting and says that I believe Vladimir Putin did not interfere in our elections, and these 18 intelligence agencies that work for us, in fact, do. They think he did, but I think they're wrong. What is that about?
He spoke against his own
The result
Americans.
is the same. It has drastically weakened our standing around the world. Poll came out not long ago, Gallup and Pew, showing that we rank just below China in respect and just above Russia. What's going on?
Hit the like button, please.
When we are not leading, we've led the world by the example, not just of our power, but the power of our example. And when he, there's three things I've learned. I've learned Vladimir Putin doesn't want me to be president. That's why he's spending a lot of money on these bots trying to tell lies about me. I've learned that Kim Jong-un thinks I am a rabid dog, should be beaten to death with a stick, and he gets a love letter from Trump. And I learned that Donald Trump doesn't want me to be the nominee. This president is the most
disturbing
unusual politician I've ever worked with.
because he's not a real politician.
He doesn't seem to have
He's
any
a plant.
sense of who we are. I mean, he's ripping the soul out of this country. I mean, he really is.
He's destroying
Look in
America.
his eyes, as they say.
Donald Trump is destroying America. He has destroyed America. It would take generations to get us back to where we were when we had President Joe Biden in office. President Joe Biden cared about children. President Joe Biden cared about everyone, not just white people, because you know more important than me. You know more important than brown people. You know more important than black people. We are equal in God's eyes. Although you were not the first ones on this earth. The first people that was on this earth was African people. And what does Putin show? Putin shows a video of showing who the first people on this earth was. While Donald Trump want to sit high and mighty like he is our Lord and Savior. You're not. And you're mistreating black people. And that's why all the sickness is happening to Donald Trump. The ancestors is torturing him. The black ancestors are torturing Donald Trump. Trust me, he's seeing all kind of things. The thing when you get closer to death, he's at death. Death is standing him in his face, pointing their finger on his nose. The black ancestors. Donald Trump is being tortured daily, and you can't save America. It's going to happen to you. You're going to start seeing things that you've never seen before. But it's going to be in reverse. What your people did to black ancestors. You're going to see your people in trees. You're going to see your people getting beat with whips, stoned, bucked. The women of your race being raped. The same way y'all did black people is what Donald Trump is seeing every night. He's going to start walking the wrong way, which we already saw that. That's the ancestors. They're controlling those legs. They're controlling his face. That's why he's looking crazier than ever. Hey, they ain't got to do no aging to him because he's going to age, because I hate to say it, he's Caucasian. He's going to age terribly. Everything y'all see happen down to Trump. Honey, New Orleans, Haiti, they tearing his ass. You lied and said that Haitians are eating dogs and cats. Well, y'all ate any animal you could find when y'all lived in caves. Y'all come from the Caucasus Mountain. So did you eat rats? Did your ancestors eat rats? And y'all love to unalive people. It's just in you. You can't help yourself. Go pray.
Tenemos noticias históricas y de última hora.
And he don't normally do Spanish. Hold on. Let's see what he's saying.
Well, Donald Trump continues to demonstrate what a petty little man he is. Typical schoolyard bully. Not satisfied to have won in 24, he wants to
hit that like button. Give me to 100, y'all.
And it seems
give me to 100 likes.
The wars he has personally ended grows by the day, except, of course, for the 2 wars he promised to end on day 1.
Thank you.
He made time to cancel Kamalaharris' Secret Service protection. Yeah, that'll show her. Who's your daddy now, Cammy? Former vice presidents usually get Secret Service protection for 6 months after leaving office. while ex-presidents get protection for life. But before his term ended, President Biden signed an order to extend Harris's protection beyond 6 months to July 2026.
Because of MAGA.
Apparently,
They're
Harris
dangerous.
had
They're a
been getting an
terroristic group.
inordinate number of threats. And that makes sense, since some of Trump's white nationalist supporters would pose a threat to Harris. After all, she is black. She is a woman.
Yep.
So what more excuse do you need, huh? According to the LA Times, Harris will now receive protection from the Highway Patrol, California Highway Patrol. So Trump's petty little move.
And the black nation will protect her.
What a complete asshole he is. Any normal person, particularly a president, would not only be embarrassed to do this, but in practical terms,
need more likes,
would be
beautiful
concerned
kings and
of how it would
queens.
look if some harm came to Harris. Not this guy. He looks at his idol Vladimir Putin, who specializes in disappearing his. Well, Donald Trump continues to demonstrate what a.
Donald Trump purposely put VP Kamala Harris in harm's way. He knows that his MAGA platform are dangerous because he's dangerous. He has 34 felonies. He's a criminal. And a vast majority of MAGA are criminals. They inherit that gene to be dangerous from their ancestors. They inherit that gene to want to hurt black people. And they will go after VP Kamala Harris because she's black and beautiful. And she's a woman. MAGA is a dangerous terroristic group. They must be put away. So what is ghetto house, trap house going on? So I'm going to show you something about the trap house. Yeah. On Pennsylvania Avenue, Donald Trump, the biggest thug ever, the fakest mob ever. They're throwing stuff out of the White House. But why is the question? Why? This is not AI. Why? Why, MAGA? This is a better video. Pay attention. They throwing Donald Trump's soiled bedding out because he stinks.
Let's say in that little outhouse. Oh, somebody there, right? Right now, right? Oh, there goes. You got it.
This is not AI. This is a better view. But what does the Republican Party do? They keep lying. AI Donnie. Donnie said AI been around since he was a kid, and Donnie older than me. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. In 2 months, I'll be 52. I'm 52 years old. AI was not around when I was a kid. AI was not around when Donnie was a kid. He stood there in your face today and lied to you again, MAGA. The AI was around when he was a kid. Fix him, Jesus. But Donnie can't be fixed. He a reprobated mind, baby. He can't be fixed. So, well, the World Cup just announced it will be held in Mexico. All right. Donnie, that's why you over there sad, baby. You're not even going to get a Nobel Peace Prize. But who's going to get a Nobel Peace Prize? President Joe Biden. But we're going to talk about President Claudia Sheinbaum first from Mexico. Mexicano. Uh-oh, it's on mute. Hold on, babes. Oh, that's music. But anyway, let me see if it got something I can read to you. It says, due to the U.S. recent human rights violations, Trump ridiculous immigration policies, the FIFA has decided to hold the World Cup opening ceremony and inaugural game in Mexico instead of the USA. Donald Trump is such a bad rep, a bad representation for America, that the World Cup will not be in America. It would be in Mexico. Y'all hate brown people so much, I guess they say, we're going to show you who we like. They like the brown people. Apparently, MAGA, they don't like you. It's a shame. Ever since Donald Trump got in the office, everything just falling apart for America. Nobody likes America. But they did when President Joe Biden was in office. They did when President Barack Obama was in office. We don't have a kind guy in the Oval Office. He's a monster. And President Claudia Sheinbaum is the reigning queen because the World Cup will be in Mexico. Donnie is so sad. That's what's wrong with Donnie. Oh, Donnie, if he's not a body double and it's actually him, the World Cup has been taken. President Joe Biden will be getting a Nobel Peace Prize. Let me find it right quick before we get up out of here. We're going to be getting up out of here. Let me find it about President Joe Biden will be getting a Nobel Peace Prize, and Donnie's not. And old Donnie going to be a little sad boy. That's why he's been pooping and peeing all over himself. It gets worse when stress comes. When you're old like that, they do it even worse. Hold on, let me find that. I got so much to show you, but let me show you this right here to let y'all know black people's on this earth first, because y'all love to make it seem like y'all so much better than us. No. Sorry. No. Why do y'all think they call us the children of the sun? The sun don't like white people. Pay attention, white folks. He showed who the first people on earth. Jesus Christ is black. Look at Jesus Christ, black. Jesus Christ was black. So I guess you're going to stop loving Jesus, huh? Mary was black. The people of the Bible was black. The first people on this earth were black people. They were not white. So I guess you're going to hate Jesus. Oh, you took your likes back? I'm okay with it, baby. But go ahead and hit that like button. The people that like to hear the truth. Jesus was a black man. Black people was the first people on this earth. Y'all come from black people, but you hate us. Oh, okay, Oak Park 66. You don't like the truth, do you? You come from black people and you hate us. You come from my people. But y'all went up into the caves. And then you become lighter because there's no sun up in the caves. The first people on this earth were Africans. We walked this earth before everybody, baby. Bow down. We are the true kings and queens. But because you're so evil, you decide to bring us to a country, you lied to us, manipulate us. And some of our own people betrayed us as well. That is true. But you presented opportunity to them, money and things. GUNs. And they fell for the banana in the tailpipe. Because your evil manipulation, they gave up some of their own people to you. Then you decide, because what really happened, the ones that came over to this country, y'all were the poor trash of Europe. They didn't like you. It didn't matter. But you felt like, okay, we go to a small pond and be the bigger fish. That's what the white man did. And stole a whole land. But he's standing there all high and mighty on Pennsylvania Avenue. And he ain't high and mighty because he's rotting from the inside out. So the Trump regime is ghetto. I'm going to show you again why I said, because I'm going to remind y'all how ghetto y'all are. Trailer park trash in the White House. Look at throwing stuff out the White House window. Donald Trump said it was AI. Donald Trump said AI been around since he was a kid. Donnie, AI ain't been around since you was a kid. You stop those lies. We know you old and senile and crusty and rusty. But AI was not around when you was a kid, Donald Trump. You're a compulsive liar. So let's listen to this young man.
Just a reminder that in South Dakota, 18 Republican state senators voted against banning child marriage. Here they are. So this is all of their full
That's who
names.
MAGA
You guys can take
is.
a screenshot of that and do whatever you want with that information. But as you can tell, men and women here voted to keep child marriage legal, which is disgusting. Let's just call
these
this
are
what
sick
it is. It's
people.
truly
MAGA Republicans are
indefensible. Child
sick.
marriage has ruined countless children's lives. Protecting children from predators should be a universal.
I need 10 more likes, beautiful kings and queens.
People voted to protect the predators, the abusers, and the exploiters. There's really no excuse or defense for doing this either.
He's
None.
smart. He's
Voting
very
to keep child
intelligent.
marriage legal
He's
is not
high
tradition.
IQ.
It's not freedom.
Donald
What
Trump
they are
is not
doing
high
protecting
IQ.
the PDF files and enabling abuse. I just really can't believe that there are women in this group who voted to keep laws that allow children to be married off, oftentimes to men much, much older than them. But are we really that surprised? I mean, this is the party that's voted against releasing the Epstein files. They're voting in favor of protecting some of the most violent and cruel human traffickers in history. All of this really just shows how broken our system truly is. They value protecting power more than they do protecting kids. This is just a reminder that in South Dakota,
Fair use, educational purpose. Donald Trump showed us today he does not care about protecting the children. He spends $1 million a day in D.C. But when questioned about the school powwowings, Donald Trump was not concerned about those children. But they're going to take money from the public school funding and give for private schools for the white children. Donald Trump does not care about America. He cares about fattening his pockets. And right now he's worried about getting to heaven, but he don't even know how to get to heaven. He's sitting around here had Bibles made in China, not made in America, and know nothing about getting to heaven. It's too late, Donnie. It doesn't matter because you're a reprobated mind. Paula White can't save you because she's a reprobated mind. All those pastors laying their hands on Donnie are reprobated minds. They will not see the pearly gates of heaven. Black Jesus don't hear you, nor does he see you. He shuns you because the way you treated the chosen ones, black people, the ones that was here before everybody, you mistreated us. And some of you still do it. From the truck drivers, the black truck drivers that's been hung in trees by the white man. Reprobated minds. I'm going to show you a video of President Joe Biden. He doesn't have cankles. Look at his legs, very good. Look at him, standing there handsome. This is a recent photo because President Joe Biden still goes walking and jogging. I need 5 more likes, beautiful kings and queens. Look at his legs. Handsome, in shape, no stomach, no booty do, no love handles. Look at his legs. Look at his ankles. President Joe Biden has cancer, but he does not have cankles. He doesn't have a stomach with a girdle on holding it in, with an oversized coat to hide that big fat stomach. President Joe Biden looks good. He is blessed by God. He will survive. But Donald Trump will not survive because he's the Antichrist. It's time for him to go. Satan has come to collect. But look at President Joe Biden, blessed by God. He's going to be fine. Even though he has cancer, you can't even tell he has cancer. But look at Trump. Look at him. The ancestors are tearing their ass up. Those black ancestors are torching Donald Trump. Even while he was standing there speaking of that, I bet he was seeing black people. He's paying the price for his ancestors and his sins. And you want to know why they was in there throwing stuff out that window? Oh, it gets deep now, baby. They was in there doing a spiritual ritual, trying to help Donnie. But you can't help him. It's too late. He speaks poorly of black people daily. And the more the ancestors rise, they rise. They rise. And Donald Trump is paying the price. Trumpet, what's up, Trumpet? Listen to this, y'all. A little more Epstein for you, baby. Uh-oh, let me unmute this. Hold on, Mama got unmuted.
Since Trump buried the Epstein files, let's open the Trump files. Trump was good friends with, and some even say he was mentored by, a man named Roy Cohn. Multiple
it was said they was lovers. Allegedly, that's what it was said.
With underage boys attended by elites, including politicians, businessmen, and...
Let me start that out so y'all can hear what he said about underage boys. I've heard this story before. I played y'all the documentary on this Roy character. Him and Donnie, oh, he took Donnie shopping. Yeah. When Donnie was going broke, him and Roy became real tight. He actually was around Donnie before he went broke. Roy ended up dying. They said from, that package. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. I want you to listen carefully what this young man is saying.
Trump buried the Epstein files. Let's open the Trump files.
Pay
Trump
attention.
was
Hit the
good
like
friends
button.
with, and some would even say he was
Thank you.
mentored by a man named Roy Cohn. Multiple credible sources allege that Cohn ran sex parties with underage boys attended by elites, including politicians, businessmen, and judges. Cohn happened to be a lawyer and a political fixer who worked in tandem with J. Edgar Hoover for the FBI.
Like button. I need 100 likes.
Mentored Donald Trump.
Give me more than 100 likes. Come on, hit the like button, please.
The DC callboy ring with ties to the Reagan White House, intelligence operatives, and elite clients. Does that sound familiar to anybody? I think you can see where I'm going with that. So
hit that like button. Come on. Somebody gave me a like and they took it back. You devil.
Who was a key figure in World War II radar development. He was a defense contractor, a Department of Defense contractor via the National Defense Research Committee.
Put that like back up there.
Rad Lab. John Trump was also the guy who got to look through all of Nikola Tesla's lab equipment and records. So it sounds to me like Trump's family is involved with intelligence and the military-industrial complex. There's also a Saudi billionaire named Adnan Khashoggi who became a billionaire by facilitating weapons deals during the Cold War, brokering international arms movements from country to country. And this guy, Adnan Khashoggi, just so happened to also play in the blackmail game. He had a yacht rigged up for audio-visual recording.
Hit the like button, people. Come on, give me some likes. Thank you.
Between Trump and CIA/Contra military affairs. Now let's circle back to Jeffrey Epstein. And we have all seen
King John Benjamin.
Donald Trump with Jeffrey Epstein. So I would like to focus more on Alexander Acosta and Alan Dershowitz, both of whom helped Jeffrey Epstein secure his plea deal back during the 2006,
Thank you.
2008.
I need more likes, kings and queens.
Alexander Acosta was then appointed to be the U.S. Secretary of Labor by Donald Trump in 2017. And Alan Dershowitz defended Trump
the MAGA Republicans are dirty.
Trial of impeachment in 2020.
Thank you.
And I would be remiss if I didn't at least mention the complicity involving Gaza and the close relations with Benjamin Netanyahu. So to recap, Donald Trump's mentor was great friends with the FBI director who liked little boys and involved in the same circles.
I need more likes. Thank you.
Intelligence assets that like to throw lavish.
Now y'all gave me 101 and you took one back. Put that like back.
And definite CIA assets. What else needs to be added to the Trump files? Since Trump buried the Epstein files, let's open the Trump files. Trump would.
You know what? We're still gonna talk about Epstein, but we're gonna do like him. He has the Epstein Trump files. He called the Trump files. Thank you for this. I appreciate this. This is from Levi.
Talk about Donald Trump, Marla Maples, and Michael Bolton.
Thank you.
If you don't know who Michael Bolton is, probably.
Oh, he was handsome. He still looked good.
Marla Maples was Trump's second wife, the one he had an affair with when he was still married to Ivana. But never feel sorry for Ivana just because she
ghetto. Trump is ghetto
and all that, because she was really close friends. Take a breath. With Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine. I don't fucking care. Like would be in the car when Maxwell would go and try to woo girls after school. Ivana learned about the affair when Trump infamously set up a holiday for the three of them in Aspen. Ivana didn't know that Marla was going to be there. Ivana writes in her book, Raising Trump, which is funny. She says this young blonde woman
He's 2 years old.
And said, I'm Marla. I'm in love with your husband. Are you? I think I got pizza in my teeth. To which Ivana replied, get lost. I love my husband. He divorced Ivana in 1991, married Maples in 1993. Not long after, she's in California visiting a friend, and he breaks up with her via FedEx. Take note.
Hit the like button, please. Thank you.
About the affair. He orchestrates
if you already hit it, don't worry about it. Thank you.
To confront each other, and then he's trying to break up with Marla by FedEx. Trump shows us his cowardice all the time. Fires people by tweets. Total coward. Then Marla Maples hooks up with Michael Bolton, who has like a #1 record out at the time. In 1994, Vanity Fair did a profile piece on Trump, where he said he knew about this tryst, but it was within bounds because he had left her like a dog, which is a stupid analogy because dogs are so faithful. Isn't that right, honey?
Yes.
By the way, Trump being Trump
I
invited
like
a
this
gossip
lady. She's funny.
columnist into the delivery room when Tiffany was born. When they wanted to take a picture of Marla holding Tiffany, Marla was like, no. So Trump stepped outside the room with the photographer and waddled up some towels and acted like he was holding a baby. He said, no one will ever know. In his interview, Trump says,
Trump
wait a
is
minute.
terrible.
If Michael Bolton, who has the #1 effing album in the world,
Marla was too pretty
it's an
for Trump.
affirmation that she's pretty great. And so he said he fought to get her back and calls her and says, what the F are you doing? And I quote, I really did a number on her, swept her off to Maui because Michael Bolton wanted to take her to Europe. A former publicist who was a total whack job, like totally crazy whack job, claimed that Bolton visited Marla Maples when she was still married to Trump. No, like visited. Marla, however, as recently as 2024, denied any wrongdoings. It would later be reported that Marla hooked up with one of their security guards.
Oh, Trump
Let's talk
boy.
about
He
Donald
just
Trump.
Trump just got, you know, because they say his thing is small, but it looks like a mushroom. That's what Stormy Daniels said. So you know Melania had to get service somewhere else. Melania was getting service somewhere. She was getting oil change, everything. She was getting lubed up. Yeah. Because if it's small and it looks like a mushroom, that's what Stormy Daniels said. You know, she said it didn't really even go in. It was that small. He was hunching. That's bad. But you can tell. Look at this. Look at it. Look at this monstrous face. Look at this. He's a failure, even in bed. Donald Trump is a failure in bed. Stormy Daniels said it's small and it looks like a mushroom. What an embarrassment. You're ugly and you can't please. So, you don't need a stupid list to prove he's guilty. There are thousands of real documents and testimonies on file with courts. Courts are already available right up and now. The regime is prepared to do whatever it takes to hold on to power. We need to win the midterm by any means possible. But I say any means necessary. Do like they do. I would do all the things they do, but perfect it better than what they do. Because the MAGA Republican Party are not honest people. They're horrible criminals, in my opinion. But Donnie is the biggest criminal ever. That's a fact. Just not about opinion. I was wiping the screen off. I apologize to y'all. So let's take a listen to this. Trump put out the National Guard on 29 days order to avoid paying for 30 days. He don't have to pay them. Not what they're supposed to get. Anyway. Oh, I can't play the music. Sorry. So it says Trump put the National Guard on a 29 days order. Why does this matter? They don't pay full housing allowance and no health insurance until 30 days. What an abusive commander in chief, Trump. He did it to contractors before he was in office, and he's still doing it to this day. He's not an honest man. He's a horrible, monstrous Michelin blimp. So we're going to watch some things right quick about Donald Trump and this wall, baby. Hold on. Because we got to listen to this.
We're painting it black, so it's supposedly too hot to cross.
What about at night?
Well, our president isn't that smart. We're painting it black, so it's supposedly too hot to cross.
What about at night?
And what about gloves?
Well, our president isn't that smart. We're painting it black, so it's supposedly too hot.
Miss Nome, Christy Nome, the one that had all the face work done and she still ain't attracted up close. She had this wise idea, her and the MAGA Republicans, to paint these, it ain't even a wall, y'all. It's poles black. They got gloves, baby. And I'm sure they're gonna, when they traveling, if you pay attention, they wear long sleeves that protects their skin from going through bushes, etc. So it's not gonna work. Black paint would never stop people that's fighting for their freedom. It won't stop them, no. Hold on. Let me find the other video about that because it makes no sense. It makes no sense. I have to find that video. Hopefully I can find it soon. Bear with me, beautiful people. Let the church say amen. All right, all right, all right. Because I had another one about this dang on stupid pose of Donnie. But if I don't find it right now, I'll go back to it later. But hold on. I'm going to go back to it later because I can't find it right now. But there's another video, and it was showing somebody climbing. Hold on, beautiful people. Just a moment. Just one moment. Where is that video about the climbing of the Hold on, bear with me. I love y'all. Bear with me. Because I saved that. Oh, hold on. This is a meet the 8-year-old who climbed it.
We actually built prototypes, and we have, I guess you could say, world-class mountain climbers. We got climbers. We had 20 mountain climbers. Some of them were champions, and we gave them different prototypes of walls. And this was the one that was hardest to climb. This wall can't be climbed.
Okay, 20 world-class climbers, some champions, couldn't climb the wall. When the climbing community heard that, they said,
Bullshit would be a good term.
I think we're all here calling bullshit on it today.
Here is Muir Valley, Kentucky. The mechanism for the calling of the bullshit is this, a replica of one of the 18-foot-high sections of Trump's border wall. The replica is the brainchild of climber and retired engineer Rick Weber, who had his own potty-mouthed reaction to Trump's claim.
Well, I thought that's baloney.
Rick!
He said he had 20 of the finest mountaineers in the world and they couldn't climb it. Nobody in the climbing community has a clue who these people may have been, and you never tell a rock climber that something's impossible to climb because we'll go out and try it.
So he built the
And
replica
Mexicans are
opened it up to
brilliant. They're
any
going to do
climber
it.
brave or foolhardy enough to take the challenge.
We thought we would set up the competition and give them a chance to see how well they could climb the wall.
So the climbers signed their safety waivers, made their preparations, and got a final set of instructions.
You'll hook the plate because there are gaps between the plates on the actual wall.
And so they set off. But could they scale the unscalable, climb the unclimbable, or was Trump right? Was this beyond... Oops, there we go. Turns out, like most things Trump says, it's all bullshit.
If I were designing a wall, I don't think I could design a better wall to climb because you get wonderful hand grips. The top plates are not welded together, so you can grab the side of one of the plates, you pull yourself over the top and just shimmy down.
So, how long did it take some of these climbers
MAGA, your leader, the one you call your savior, he's a joke. Because, baby, not only do the Mexicans and the Venezuelans and Haitians maybe climb the walls, so does the Russians. But Donnie doesn't bother them because they're white. Russians are white. It doesn't bother them. They climb the walls too. Not gonna stop their action, baby. See, Donnie doesn't get any action. His wife doesn't live in the White House with him. Elania Muskrat was there, but she's gone too. It's not gonna stop the action. You're not getting any action, Donnie, but it's not gonna stop somebody that wants to come to the land that used to be the land of the free. It's no longer the land of the free, baby. No. No. Well, it's playing music. I'm not going to play that. So let's take a listen. This is major. China is hosting India's PM Modi and Putin right now, shaping the future of global power without America. India's move towards Beijing is a massive middle finger to Trump after he slapped India with crushing tariffs and insulted Modi by pushing him to nominate Trump for a Nobel Prize, which he's not getting it. President Joe Biden is getting it. Now, Modi won't speak to Trump on a juggler alliance is happening, all because Trump put tariffs and himself ahead of the country. He is effing up America really bad. See, Trump is not involved in this. They don't like him, so he wasn't invited. And he's a criminal, although Putin is a war criminal. They don't take Trump serious. Trump is a joke all over the world. Well, honey, that 3.4 billion won't get Trump to heaven, honey. He can't buy his way to heaven. He going straight to the pearly gates and fiery hell. That's where your leader going. He's going to dance in the flames, baby. Trump will never see heaven. He's a bad seed. He will only dance in flames. So I'm going to show you something in AI to show you what's going to happen to Donald Trump. He won't step into heaven. He can't handle heaven because he's been such a bad person. He hates my people. He hates brown people. He will not step into heaven. Pay attention. AI. This is what's going to happen to Trump. The fat boy. Welcome to HELL, Trump. He there to meet his daddy. He the Antichrist and Satan is his father. Donald Trump has done so much evil to people. He will not be allowed to repent because he's a reprobated mind. And a reprobated mind, our Lord and Savior, does not hear a reprobated mind. Satan said, welcome to hell, baby. Rockabye, baby. That's what Donnie going. You can't save him, MAGA. So all you doing, MAGA, this is what you're doing. AI. This is AI. Let me play that for you again. That's who MAGA is. You are nothing but sheep. More AI coming your way. More AI coming your way. More AI coming your way. I gotta watch that again. It's so good. Hold on. AI. The joke is on Donnie today, honey. The joke is on Donnie today, honey, because he's gonna lose all his money and this cabinet. The joke is on them. Donald Trump's cabinet. The joke is on Donnie. But I got something for you, MAGA, before we leave out here. I won't do you wrong, baby. I'm going to do right by you, MAGA. I give you what you want. I give you what you need. Satisfaction guarantee. It comes from me. I'm about to give you what you need, baby. All right, all right, all right. You come over here to get it. I'm about to give it to you, baby. I like to make you happy. All right now.
Road brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right?
Okay, I'm gonna give you more what you come over here to get, MAGA. Let me turn the music off. Hold on. I'm gonna start this over because I gotta give you what you want and give you what you need, baby. That's why I'm here, to give you what you want and what you need. That's what Vance gonna do. Bam! Take them out. Take the trash out, y'all. Take the trash out. Oh, I'm gonna start there because I want y'all to hear this about what Donald Trump wears.
On certain days, yes. What about? Said, you know, he's an image-oriented guy. He's a television entertainer. He hates taking pictures of him from the side because he just looks too fat from the side. He likes to take pictures head on. He spends a lot of time on his hair. It's like a sort of a weave thing that he does up there. You know, he's got a certain orange war paint that he wears. He's got 2-inch heels, lifts in his shoes, even though he's a reasonably tall person. There's insecurity there. You know, there's the hyper masculinity is a tell for how insecure the guy actually is. And so I don't understand.
You heard him say Trump is insecure. We know that because who wears makeup? If you're a man, who wears makeup? Drag queens. Yeah. Donnie in his makeup. And listen to this lady says she saw him at Epstein house. Hold on.
Have you been living in the neighborhood for a long time? Yeah. And did you ever see any really rich and powerful people go inside this building?
You want to know who I saw going in there? Everyone you've heard about.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you name any names?
Yeah, you know them all from the newspaper.
Do you see Bill Clinton going there?
Yep.
Bill Clinton?
Yeah.
Bill Gates?
No.
Trump?
Yeah. Think of the other ones.
You heard him ask Trump and she said, yeah.
Prince Andrew. You saw Prince Andrew.
Donnie is a very freaky girl. He do anything for money. Roy, that man Roy, he'll do anything for money. Donald Trump's a very freaky girl.
Federal employees do not deserve their jobs. Federal employees do not deserve their paychecks.
MAGA. Nothing surprised me what comes out of MAGA's mouth. We're going to do a good roasting on Donnie and his people. And then we're going to be getting up out of here. All right, all right, all right. One moment.
I'm happy.
Hold on, let me start that over so you can see the full view. AI. That's your leader. But he can't defeat the black ancestors that are whipping his tail. I don't care what monster he turns into. The black ancestors are tearing Donnie up. Next, they're going to be pushing him in a wheelchair. AI. Donnie is going to meet his maker. He's just a shell right now. Hello, Chris. How you doing, Chris Hill? How you doing, my love? How you doing? He's just a shell right now. That's who Donald Trump is. In my opinion, I honestly believe he went bye-bye to the gates of HELL already. I think that's a body double. Because if you look carefully, that is not Donnie Boy, in my opinion. No, it's not him.
So I just want someone to explain how a man who has to put foundation on his hand to cover up the obvious bruising and whose fucking ankles look like that? How the fuck is that person's ear healing? Where are they getting that regeneration from when they're having? Oh, I'm sorry, that is not a person who can take a bullet.
We all know it's a lie. Only fools gonna believe it, and they know better. Because even those that are part of MAGA that's younger fall and bust their knee open. Don't heal that fast. They're up there drinking cat piss for alcohol.
Donald Trump, in some ways, people try to say God put him in the White House. I don't believe God is that cruel. But in a way, I'm thinking the way you could justify saying that, Donald Trump is the physical embodiment of all of America's sins.
Yeah, I agree completely.
Right? He's sloppy. He's unkempt. Everything about him is false. His hair is a pretense of non-baldness.
He's a drag queen.
He's old, but his followers try to pretend that he looks like Superman. He's a terrible businessman and a failure who gets to fake success because he's white, so banks keep lending him money even when he's failing. His father scoops money out of his siblings' inheritance to give him when he fails. He's a fuck up, but he's able to be a success because white America keeps saying, no, that guy is what success looks like. He's only a success on that TV show because when he was at his brokest, he gets hired to be on The Apprentice. His boardroom couldn't even be used on The Apprentice, and I found this out of my first my Trump book because it was so shoddy and unkempt. I went in Trump Tower in the 80s. It was tacky and sad. His marriage is a fraud. Melania clearly won't even touch
I'm going to show you something to show his marriage is a fraud.
She let him touch her. They had Barron. Clear that he ain't touching her now. He doesn't believe in marriage. He doesn't have morality. He got 3 baby mamas, 5 children. Everything about him is
3 baby mamas and 5 children. Donald Trump is ghetto.
He embodies the greed, the shamelessness, the lasciviousness of capitalism. And now also to your main and I think really important point, the mediocrity.
President Barack Obama was per class, highly educated, high IQ,
he's not
and good genes.
He was never a war hero like JFK. He has none. Even RFK can never be JFK. None.
More about the good genes, because Donnie doesn't have them. Donnie Trump, Donnie, yeah, you, the Michelin blimp, has bad genes. Nothing is significant or special about Donald Trump. Nothing. Okay, what I said I was going to show y'all? Oh, his wife is miserable with him. Melania is miserable with Donnie. Hold on, I'm going to show you. It's a fake marriage. It was never real. It's the facade. Hold on. I won't let you down, baby. I'm not going to let you down. I would never do that to you. I won't let you down, my love. I got to show you how fake this marriage is. This woman hates him. I'm going to play that again. Is that a woman that loves that man? Is that a woman that loves her man? Y'all know darn well that woman don't love him. She's like, oh, God, get me out of this marriage. But see, she's going to gain more if she's staying there a little longer. She'll gain more. Hold on.
Well, since the current president is deciding to lie on our forever president yet again, I'm going to take the time to remind everybody who the 44th president actually is and what he has actually done. He was born August 4th, 1961, Honolulu, Hawaii. His dad, Barack Obama Sr., came from Kenya. His mom, Ann Dunham, from Kansas. At age 6, he moved with his mother to Indonesia. And in 1971, he moved back to Hawaii to live with his grandparents. Started college at Occidental in 1979 and then transferred to Columbia University. And he earned his BA in political science there in 1983.
And went to Harvard for law school.
In 1985, he moved to Chicago to start his work as a community organizer. He wanted to help low-income families on the South Side. A couple of years later, in 1988, he started law school at Harvard. And in 1991, he became the
Donald
first
Trump
Black
couldn't get into
president of
Harvard.
the
He's too.
Oh, and by the way, that same year when he graduated magna cum laude.
That's
Year
high.
after that, he married our
High
first
IQ.
First Lady. Her name then, Michelle Robinson. And they became parents to their first daughter, Malia, in 1998, and then Sasha in 2001. In 1996, his political career would take off when he was elected to the Illinois State Senate. But he didn't stay there because in 2005, he became a United States Senator representing Illinois. This
Handsome.
followed his dynamic, out of
Good
this world,
genes.
game-changing speech at the
That
DNC.
melanin
Not
in
only
him.
did he launch his campaign for president of the United States, but he won the thing. November 4th, 2008.
And
he
y'all
became
begin to hate black
44th
people
president
even
of the
more ever
United
since
States
he
of
won.
America, becoming the first black president for
That's
this
that
country.
melanin,
And he was
baby.
inaugurated
Good
January
genes.
20th, 2009. Oh, and then he was reelected November 6, 2012, and served until
Good
January
genes.
2017. But even after he left office, he kept going. In 2014, he founded the Obama Foundation. He
High
started
IQ.
selling memoirs. He launched Higher Ground Productions, and is still very active in the Democratic Party and a major voice across the country and around the world. His name, former President Barack Obama. How's that for some black history? Well, since the current president is deciding...
See, Donnie has not accomplished any of those things. And what Donnie wants more than anything is the Nobel Peace Prize. But President Joe Biden is receiving a Nobel Peace Prize. And I keep looking for that article. Give me a moment. I'm going to keep looking, y'all. That's who's getting the Nobel Peace Prize. It's President Joe Biden. He's receiving the Nobel Peace Prize. I'm looking for it. Bear with me, okay? And even if I don't find it today, I'm going to show it tomorrow. But President Joe Biden is he's receiving the Nobel Peace Prize. And Donald Trump ain't getting it because he's dumb as a bag of rocks. Where is that about our great President Joe Biden will be receiving the Nobel Peace Prize? Hold on. I saved so many videos, y'all. That's probably why I can't find it. But he's definitely receiving it. Trump is not getting the Nobel Peace Prize. But I'm gonna show you this, and this should make MAGA mad. Sending money to Israel while they have free health care off our tax dollars and retirement money. And they taken away from us to give to a whole nother country. That's what Donnie doing to you, MAGA. But you proud, huh?
Has officially passed a bill that will see that we pay for the health care and retirement pensions for all IDF soldiers currently in and also already retired. This is going to be better and higher quality than that of our own soldiers. You cannot make this stuff up, and it will be funded by you. And on top of that, because they're going to be taking care of all the money that was previously being spent on them by the Israeli government, now gets to go to the citizens of Israel, which means they get free health care. You can't make this up. This is ridiculous. And we have this all the while people in our own country don't have health care, aren't being taken care of, and we have homeless veterans. We are actively paying for all of another country's. Can't make this stuff up. There's only one, when it's all about solutions, there's only one solution that I can think of at this current moment. I'm going to put it on the screen because I can definitely not say this on TikTok. Our government has officially passed a bill.
Donald Trump did that. Donald Trump has given them health care free. Yes, free. While we, the American people, are not receiving that. They are getting a retirement fund free. They're sending American tax dollars to Israel, making sure that they are going to be good. Well, we over here suffering. I ain't gonna front. It's hard out here right now. Stop fronting and tell the truth about your situation, MAGA. You feeling the pain too. The burn doesn't feel good. When you go in the grocery store, the burn doesn't feel good. Where is that? Well, I want to show y'all because President Joe Biden is getting the Nobel Peace Prize. Where is it, God? Well, if I don't show y'all today, I'm going to show you tomorrow. Because President Joe Biden is getting that Nobel Peace Prize. Yes, he's getting it. And Donald Trump can't handle it. He can't handle that. He's mad about it. Get mad, get glad, scratch your funky. You know what, Trump? I'm going to take y'all up out of here. My new cover has come out for Fall Queen Magazine. I'm going to take you up out of here listening to my cover model for my magazine, Queen Magazine. It's a print magazine that comes in print and digital if you want to get it. I'm going to put the link in the description, but it is on my community page. You see the cover of the magazine where the link is there already. But I'm going to show you the cover, what it looks like, and you get to see a snippet of this R&B artist's music video for this song. And she's a Black woman. She's just beautiful. She has blue eyes. Sometimes Black people can produce a white baby with blonde hair and blue eyes. It happens all the time. We got that gene we got the Eve gene. Sorry. Hold on, I'm gonna start it over. Hold on. I don't mean to mute it. Hold on. Damn it. Hold on, yeah. Sorry. She's on the cover of my magazine, Queen Magazine, the fall issue 2025. This is my magazine, Queen Magazine. Purchase one. Support what I'm doing. Her name is Jada Raquel. She's an R&B artist. She's on the cover of Queen Magazine. I want to thank y'all for coming to my live. Thank you so much for supporting me. Without you, I would not have a channel. And I don't care if you don't like me. I love you anyway. I can't get to heaven hating you. I'm going to have to repent for my sins and not even liking Donald Trump. So I love each and every last one of y'all. Hit that like button before you leave out. I love you. And there's nothing you can do about it. You could come in here and bash me daily. I don't care. It doesn't stop me loving you. I want to go to heaven. I want to do right by the Bible. Donald Trump doesn't know the Bible. He thinking by doing monetary things is going to get him to heaven. No, Donnie, that's not how you get to heaven, baby. God is not about the dollar signs. You're not a good humanitarian. You hurt the people. I love all of y'all. Put love out in the atmosphere. And know that God and Black Jesus love you too. Okay? I love you.